Booty Shaw was born 11 years ago tomorrow. I spent 30
Happy
years.
birthday.
Yay. It was designed as a kind of a grand experiment for me because I spent 30 years in traditional advertising in the creative side. And when I retired, I said, I've built brands for many, many companies. Let's see if I could build one for myself. I have a Pilates studio, so I teach Pilates. Spent a lot of time in leggings going from studio to the office. And so I said, I see a lot of need for women who feel intimidated by going into a gym or feel like they, even if it's not an athletic use, just something to cover up. And at a certain point in women's life, we realize gravity wins. And it's a nice thing to cover things up.
Okay.
Hanging out in the produce department. So that's how it was born. I found I had no background in athletic apparel, but I used to sew when I was younger. So I found a local person who helped me design the styles, and then found a Los Angeles-based company, cut and sew company. My sweet spot for Booty Shawl basically is women 30 to probably 60, although it goes on either side. It's been fascinating to find out how creative people use these. I have a woman who is a motorcycle rider who rides motorcycles and loves this. She orders them all the time because the pockets in the Audrey version is huge. So I have a woman who's a journalist at the White House who uses them for the lenses in her for her camera. So it has gone beyond athletic apparel to all sorts of uses. So I'm interested in finding out with my site. I had sent a few questions, but just in terms of how the theme on this Shopify site is good for CRO, and if I need to optimize, ways I could optimize it better and organize better.
Okay. I love that. I love the name of it too, because like before I even saw your website, I got what it was. I think that's very hard. It's very hard for a brand to do. I mean, I instantly had questions like, do you tie it? Do you blah, blah, blah. But I think you do a pretty good job of actually explaining it. And so before we begin, we like to ask a few contextual questions. So first of all, what were your questions? I'm sorry that you sent that and we don't have it, but can you just state them again?
That's all right.
Is your Shopify theme right for CRO?
Is it right for CRO? For the product pages, just having now used it and for 10 years, is there a better way to think about organizing? I have 5 basic styles and 30 fabrics for each one. So I'm looking for insights on for the shopper experience. Is that something that I could get better through a different theme? And then load speed and click and checkout flow. Just your thoughts on that. And Google. Me and Google don't have a good relationship. A Google Merchant Center. I'm in that, and it appears like I'm set up, but my products aren't listing on Google yet. People find me on Google. So I'm having a huge problem with Google, and I forget the particular name that they say that my products aren't listing for, but I'll let you answer what I've spit out so far.
Okay. So so what we normally do, and this is we look at a homepage, we look at a collections page, and we look at the product detail, but let's try to get specific a little bit around your questions. Do you have any other clarifying questions before we start? Tiffany, Casey?
Yes. No. Go ahead, Tiffany.
Oh no, I was saying I'm good.
Oh, I was going to say all the things I'm running these through some of my systems from an SEO and technical perspective, and I have so many things that I want to just dump in the chat. Is it okay if I just start dropping some things in there? Is that, or do you want to like?
Yeah, that's fine.
Why don't you dump the
you
stuff in there? Let's do this, Casey. Dump the stuff in the chat so we can keep it as like a running list of things to talk
sure.
about if we get to it. And then I think let's take Tiffany take the theme question.
Perfect.
I mean, we don't know what your theme is here, but I think maybe Tiffany, if we think about the boundaries of things that you would like to try,
Yeah.
what are you will have like, you'll run into some walls with some themes.
Yeah, I think also just like with us being headless on our site, I'm not like, it's been a while since I've worked in Shopify themes, but in general, some of the things that I'm noticing on the homepage or that I think could be helpful was listening to you talk about, we have so many different stuff, this amount of styles, and maybe like if you scroll down on the page, Mia, it does start going into like listing all of the different products, but maybe if above here, you're having a section where it has all of your different styles and what those styles are made for. So like here where you have Audrey, and then I think below, instead of listing all of them out, the products out separately, maybe speaking to each different style and what those styles are made for, what they're good for, who would like it. Let's see, how many do you have? All of them, Isabella, Audrey, and then so kind of just describing each of those styles on the homepage and then being able to link out to the PLPs for those. That was one thing that I thought could kind of clean up things a little bit and get people to the product they're looking for faster.
I love that. And you actually, Tiffany's got it working on the thing that's got lots of different styles too, as well, like a couple different shapes. Like you've got in here, you say, hey, you have this like shop by style. And then we've got like the Lauren, the Isabella, the Stella, the Audrey, the Cha-Cha. So 6.
I love all those names, by the way.
Yeah. I was trying to hint at what they did and give them a personality. So
I love it. And and I think that what we get into, but the personality and the names are awesome and no one knows what they are. So having like that quick, whether you do it on a shop by style where you've got, I had to click directly into the Cha-Cha. But like if I'm here right in the Lauren, maybe even giving them that out, or like, okay, here's the orientation. This is the Lauren, and here are the other styles. Like what you have on the homepage is here are the styles and all of these things. I also love that you have, when you were, and this happens a lot on the show, people come in and they say, this is what my product is and what it does. And we do not see that on the site. One of the things that you said to me were like, okay, this is the clue, effortlessly from studio to street. You came out of the gate with so many use cases. And I'm like, yeah, I feel kind of weird with my butt hanging out in leggings when I'm at the grocery store. I don't want that either. And so having these like orient around the use cases is one of my favorites.
Okay, that's great.
Casey, what do you have?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so her current theme I threw in the chat is called minimal, and then the newest theme that I've been building, a Shopify developer friend of mine, he uses the concept theme, so I dropped that in the chat as well. If you're looking for a new modern theme, has more block, has more kind of cool features, functionalities to bring the brand to life a little bit. I like that. I haven't even checked the price point of these, but I like typically white backgrounds, very clean photography is very much a high scale kind of branding style of positioning the brand. So I like that. I'm not sure again what the price point is, but from an SEO perspective, I was looking at the just the way that so in the title tag, for example, it just is the brand name, but like from a Google to drive more organic traffic perspective, you could go after like put the ideal use case for these, right? Like what is it? Again, kind of what Mia was saying is like go directly and use the metadata to push exactly what you want to rank for and what the use case is, because you can imagine that specific women are probably looking for a product that is meant for blank, right? So take that data and utilize it in not only your product pages, but in your homepage and your metadata to drive more of that traffic, right? So when women are searching for, leggings that do blank, or leggings that are like shape shifting, I think that's a term in this space. It's like shape shifting or holding
Mhm.
blank, or if this is ideal targeted at an older demographic of a person, they're probably looking for that terminology in there as well. So just some SEO tips there for you that you can definitely implement super quickly and probably drive some more organic traffic. And then you're going to look at that traffic and try to figure out how to position. And then if you wanted to look at the analytic data of like, what is your most visited product, and move those top products to the homepage, i.e. making it super simple to navigate without having to use the navigation as well. Those are just my quick glances. I'm only just at the homepage.
All right. Thank you.
And one other thing that I do want to mention, Patty, that on these with Google Merchant Center, usually they're taking that first image on your PDP. So I'm going to just show you what you have here on this product detail page. That's that Isabella Rappolini burnout. And you've actually got a lot of layers in here that are really actually hiding it. So if somebody Googles, I actually, what would the words even be? I'm so curious. If they Google something to cover your butt or whatever, and
hip wrap or layering skirt.
But what will show up in the Google search result is this image. They take the first image. And so it's not this isn't showing that shawl as the hero.
Gotcha.
And I would argue really not a lot of them are. So you've got, there's a lot of layering, like this particular image has got a lot of stuff on it too. Like I would be considering like, what is my main hero image? And this, I would say this is a pretty good candidate because it's kind of right there in the middle. But even consider, there's a lot of things you can do with AI right now. It's up to you. I don't know where you stand on it, but having like, sometimes I've seen other parts of the body or mannequin kind of grayed out so that you can, I know what you're trying to do is tell a story of the layering here, but how can you maybe subdue that it isn't the legging, it isn't the sports bra, it isn't the top with the tie in the back. So just think about how creatively you can communicate that, because people are very much operating from a subconscious when they're shopping for things online.
Gotcha.
That's a really good, Mia. That's a really good example. So like I'm on the Lauren Bradshaw booty shawl page, and I think when you first go there, you should see the product of it first, and then the rotation would be the lifestyle, how to style it could be another option. Because again, I'm not the ideal customer here, but I would be like being like, oh, cool, this a black spandex thing, and then I could go look at the other pictures as
to see the styling of it.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's curious because on this Lauren Bashal page, this one to the very left with I Heart New York on it, it is probably not my number one image, and I'm still trying to figure out why. It is by far the number one image that people go for, and it's just curious to me. But I get the point about showing the product itself by itself and then showing its uses.
I think you're doing a very good job of things that most merchants at your level don't do, which is to style it, right? A lot of merchants at your stage will just have the product of itself. And in your case, you're like, oh, these are the styles. This is how to wear it. I love that. And for that first time person coming, it's like, well, which one is it? So that's what is the product? I think that's your creative challenge on these pages.
Okay, that's great advice. I appreciate it. And the Google Merchant thing is interesting because I still get traffic from Google, and in fact, but they keep saying that my Google, what is it called? Misrepresentation, they call it. Have you heard of that?
I'm going to let you follow up with Casey on that. Because I think that is I think words like booty are trigger words for Google. And those are some things that are it might be related to that. It might be related to the images popping up with a complete outfit when it's actually just the thing. So in the Google Merchant Center, what they like to see is just the product. That's actually one of their primary rules.
Okay.
to level you up. So that might be why you're running into, but we do got to move on to the next.
Right. I appreciate it. Thank you so
business.
much.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad that we got to get to it. Thanks
Me
for your
too.
vulnerability.